How's it going, fam? This is Sigmabasis here, and in this video we're going to look at how to use the Sigma Ultra VWAPs. And this will be a series of videos. So in this first part, what I'm trying to accomplish is to show you how to play with the settings and to get the optimal settings for your own trading journey, whether you're a scalper or a swing trader. All right. So the first off is basically you go to indicators and you go to invite only scripts, and from here you select Sigma Ultra VWAPs. Now the indicator comes with default settings. Does it mean that it's the best setting? Not necessarily. All right, it might not meet your needs. So what you have to do is basically go to the input and look what we have here. So we have the VWAP band. The white three bands that you're looking at is basically the VWAP band. All right, and you can change the source of it. Usually OHLC it doesn't work really well. HL3 doesn't work that well. You get the point. So you play with it until you see which fits best to the asset that you're trying to trade. All right, and the length you can change it as well, and the band's deviation is basically the spacing between the bands. All right, right now what I'm using is 1.66. You can just ramp it up, increase it all the way. Okay, it will look something like this. It doesn't look good, does it? Okay, all right, will it work? No. So you can also increase the band resolution to like this. Now it gives you a pretty clear view of what the trend is, right? So I'll just keep it to default settings. We'll just let it for now rest at 202. Okay, then we have the point of control. Okay, the point of control is basically the region where most volume has been traded. This point of control is a bit different because instead of having one line, what it does, it creates a region from where the price has the highest probability of getting rejected or getting accepted. Okay, right now we're using 1 day. And the moving view of cloud. Okay, you see these red lines and the background is called the moving view of cloud. You can change the settings based on your own need. The smaller the settings, the lower your time frame should be. Okay, so what it takes into account the number of bars. We have 21 bars, we're using 50 and 118 bars. All right, in order to give us the settings. Now for the time being, okay, the indicator looks pretty cluttered, right? Now you might get confused here where to look at, which tool to use. So the best way to handle that is to go to your style and remove the VWAP cloud lines and just keep the background, increase transparency a bit. Let's keep it to this color and see what we got here. So this is what we got here. Now what I want to point out, every indicator, none of the indicator that you ever see or ever meet in your entire life will be a magic indicator which will work 100% of the time. You don't. But what you can do by taking the confluence of the indicators, you can make the calculated decisions, and based on your own trading judgment you can make improvements on it, and using your creativity you can increase that percentage. So it's more of how you create your strategy. Okay, how you trade using this indicator, not how I trade. I would trade, okay, is how I would trade this. I'll show you my personal approach to using this indicator. Okay, so these are the confluence lines, right? So it's a view of band. So the way I use it, I know that if the price comes into here, okay, and then fails to break above down here, fails to break above up here, and fails to break below down here, we know that the price might be setting up for a range. So my goal right now would be to just short the top and long the bottom, short the top, long the bottom, until the price makes a breakout here. Okay, now the price broke out at this region right around here. And right now what we can say that we are now in a downtrend. So if you are in a downtrend, what you're gonna do, you want to basically short it, for which you need certain confluence. I'm going to use the midpoint, which uses the 50 moving VWAP, okay, in order to make my judgment. So every time the price touches here, okay, I'm gonna short it. I'm gonna short here, I'm gonna short here, okay. Right here I would get stopped out if I short here. If I didn't realize profit, I would get stopped out. That's great, that's how it works. And then the price comes out again, retests the cloud, moves down again, comes back into this cloud, moves down, moves down. So this moves down. This is how you play the trend. Now at one point what will happen, since this VWAP bands, it resets every day based on the time frame that you set. You can set it to 5 hours, you can set it to 3 hours or 1 hour even, okay. Let's say I was put it to 1 hour and go to 1 minute. Now I'm going to trade 1 minute based on the confluence that I get here, okay. So what's happening overall, when the price gets accepted here, I know that the price is in an uptrend. Let me just remove this. So what happened here? So price came down, price came up, and then the price comes down again. I'll look for short, okay. I'll get stopped out, great. Then what's happened here? I'll get long, okay. And what happens again? I can get short, I can get short, I can get short. All right, now it's all on the hindsight, but if you see, I was moving like this, so I didn't know what was coming. But what I knew, based on the indicator, I was making some calculated judgment which was paying me off. How many times did I get stopped out? I got stopped out just once. If I trade this way, okay, if I just believe in the indicator and I execute a trade, my chances are this indicator would turn out to be pretty great. Now, this is how you use it for intraday. In the next video, I'm going to show you how to use this indicator for... Wait. Before I end this video, I want to show you another thing. The use case of this indicator doesn't really end there. Okay, let's go back to 1 day and 10 minutes. So since this indicator resets at a certain time, okay, you see this is where the indicator has reset itself. So you can draw 3 lines which can act as your support and resistances. This is where the indicator reset again. It resets here again, okay. So these are the region which can be used as your support and resistances. Every time the indicator resets itself, as you know, that's where you can, the previous levels can be used as a great support and resistances. Right here, you can check. And right here as well. Where did it go? Alright. So these levels can be used as your support and resist. You don't need to draw mainly 3 lines. I'm using the flip tool, so that's why it's plotting out. Just the 2 lines, or you can just make it into a box like this. The way you use the indicator, alright, really depends on your creativity level. How creative can you get with this indicator? Now look here, right at this region, what we're getting 2 opposite confluences. One is price is above the moving VWAP cloud, great, but the price is also below the daily VWAP level. Since we're using the daily VWAP level, I wouldn't dare to long this until we see some form of breakouts above this line, okay. But however, I would be taking both longs and shorts. I would actually take a short here, which I'll get stopped out immediately, If I get stopped out, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna enter here, believing that it will touch the upper level. Then I can short again at this level, making my target right around here. I close my trade here. Right, and then price comes here, price fails to break below, which is a good indication that we are now going in an uptrend. How long is the video now? The video is now 10 minutes long. Okay, I will end it right here for scalping. All right, in the future I will show more examples as I take trades. I don't mainly use this indicator for taking trades unless it's a swing trade. I use this extensively for swing trading. But for scalping, it can be a great tool if you personally have optimized this indicator based on the settings that I showed you. So one clear example would be 6 hours. Okay, you can use 6 hours level in order to find the scalps, like scalp levels, right? It works pretty well. I'm gonna just play with it until you find the best optimum settings. 8 hours is looking great. Now look here how price just ramped up using the 1 minute. Okay, you can short just below the lines, okay, and take profits down here, and then we start an uptrend, then again downtrend, uptrend, retest uptrend, retest uptrend. Here we have a downtrend, right? Price all of a sudden shoots up. We are coming to this region, we come to this resistance level, and we shut down again. Let me just do another thing for you. If you use 4 hours, let's say we use 4 hours on this, and remove the cloud. Okay, what does it look like? The 4 hours, you're taking the confluence of the 4 hours volume and making calculated judgment on the 1 minute time frame. Okay, so that's about it. Let me know how you would like to use this indicator, or is there any particular options that you'd like me to introduce in a future video. The possibilities of this indicator is limitless. Next video I'll show you how to use it for swing trading.